Yeah. Yeah, Anubha, you are connected as a host now.
Yeah, one second.
You can make me co-host.
I'm making you host, sir.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you are host now.
Okay. Shall I start the recording and record on this computer? Okay. We see the recording sign on. Okay. So shall we begin the proceedings?
Yes.
Yeah,
Meeting call to order. Good evening to all present in this meeting today. As is the protocol of Rotary Bangalore Southwest, let us all stand uh, silently and pray for the world health and peace for 2 minutes. Please stand up at a place wherever you are. Okay. So good evening. May I welcome our Rotary International District 3190 Chairwoman Women Empowerment Rashmi Tangsali ji, uh, from our club President-elect Amarchand Randa ji, who is elected as a president for the year 21-22, and he is also chairman of the club foundation this year. I welcome our secretary Kartiki too. He is attending and logged into this meeting while driving on his way back from his office. May I also welcome our Chairwoman Public Image and Women Empowerment Anubha Jain, who is going to be the key anchor for today's weekly talk. And I'm given to understand many of her friends and connects from Pune, Jaipur. They are also connected on this talk. May I welcome one and all. May I welcome all the Rotarians from the district who are also attending this talk today. Uh, it's really wonderful that ahead of little ahead of the International Women's Day, which is typically celebrated world over on 8th of March every year. Uh, it's so wonderful of our Rotarian Anubha to have really put together this talk uh, on a lighter side of life. Just before we all get out of the Valentine month, Anubha was quick enough to book a slot for the Women's International Women's Day, and that speaks about the commitment and the nonetheless abilities of women world over. I understand that today's key host, the key speaker is Professor Vijaylaxmi Sharma. I welcome Professor on this talk. Thank you for agreeing to spend your valuable time with us today evening. Uh, sh- of course, Anubha will be introducing Professor Vijayalakshmi ji in detail. But before the beginning of the talk for today's evening, as is the customary, may I spend a couple of minutes giving everyone update about Rotary Bangalore Southwest, what's really happening in Rotary International District 3190, and then move on to the talk session. So, friends, as you all know, Rotary Bangalore Southwest is now a 40-year-old club. It was chartered in 1981, and it has produced many leaders at Rotary International and Rotary District level. Uh, 8 months have been quite challenging, and despite of that, this 56 member leading club in the mid-size category in this district has done phenomenally well. All the members, I'm really grateful that they came together, pitched in with whatever way they could on an opportunity basis, engage in various community service projects. Our the signature project is for Kidwai Institute of Oncology, wherein we sponsor chemotherapy for the children suffering from cancer. This year itself, we have sponsored many children, and we have funds readily available through global grant for another 45 children's chemotherapy sponsorship. In fact, this year itself, an amount of close to 10 lakhs we have already donated to Kidwai Hospital for helping the below poverty line children suffering from cancer. We have another signature project which is already kicked off and which will really steal the limelight in the year to come, and that is early education center for small children, pre-primary school children. This is another big global grant project. In fact, just last week we have received a grant money of close to 71,000 US dollars from Rotary International already. Under this project, there will be about 20 government schools, unaided government schools, wherein our club in partnership with key services, which will involve identifying teachers, training teachers, providing education material, conducting the learning sessions for the small children, engaging parents into their performance improvement and so on. So those are two flagship projects which I would really like to mention at this point. Coming to the area of women in Rotary, all of us know that Jennifer Jones is going to be the first Rotary International woman president in the year 22-23. She's from Canada, Toronto, and that speaks volume about the advent of the women in the Rotary International world over. Talking about our RID 3190, I am given to understand that in a short span of 8 months, this district has added close to about 1200 plus Rotarians in the district. And can you imagine, out of that, almost 300 are women Rotarians. So again, applaud for all of them. Fantastic thing. It speaks about our current district governor, our current district team's focus in really encouraging more and more women to join Rotary and become Rotarian. That's, friends, is a little bit to speak about women in Rotary. With that brief, may I now ask our the Chairwoman Public Image and Women Empowerment, Anubha, to take the proceedings forward with the introduction of Professor Dr. Vijayalaxmi Sharma. Over to you, Anubha.
Thank you, President Sir, for giving me this opportunity. Hello, everyone. On behalf of Rotary Bangalore Southwest, I, Director Public Image and Chair Women Empowerment Committee, welcome you all. Today's meeting is very special. Yes, it is specially planned for a dynamic multitasker, women Rotarians, and to make them aware of their legal rights. In this context, today we are going to hear views from a wonderful speaker, Dr. Vijaylaxmi Sharma ji, uh, on a very exclusive subject, that is awareness on legal rights of women. But before giving the introduction of the speaker, I would like to give an overview about the subject. Laws and policies can provide the foundation for a comprehensive approach, contain violence against women, and promote gender equality. And as you all know, that the term gender equality means a society wherein both men and women enjoy the same opportunities, similar sort of rights in different spheres of life, and equality too in decision making, economic and social freedom, equal access to education, and the right to practice an occupation of one's choice. In this vein, I want to quote Swami Vivekananda ji saying, he stated, just as a bird cannot fly with one wing only, a nation cannot march forward if women are left behind. So for bringing women to par with men and for women's upliftment, many laws and policies have been framed. When laws are passed, they convey a strong message that it's the right of every woman to live free of violence and with equality. Under the National Commission for Women Act 1990, the National Commission for Women established in 1992. The Commission has been taking steps to progressively increase awareness about the laws, rights, and entitlements of women in society as a whole. If we see our constitution, then there are several legal provisions that have been invoked to safeguard the rights of women and to live a life free from atrocities. Article 14 of the Constitution of India guarantees equality to all women. Similarly, Article 15.1 says no discrimination by the state. Article 16 gives equality of opportunity. Article 39D, Article 42 provide equal pay for equal work. Similarly, Article 21 deals with the right to live life with dignity. However, the implementation of these laws is still lagging behind due to various reasons. Still leading in 21st century, women's rights have exploited. For instance, in most of the cases, women are not allowed to participate in decision making and are denied fair representation, especially in the domain of politics. To endorse gender equality in politics, government has suggested 33% women reservation in parliament and state assemblies. However, due to various reasons, it has so far remained only a desirable proposal and the bill has not yet been enacted. It has been pending for long and is likely to remain so, shown the patriarchal tendencies. The low representation of women in Lok Sabha or state assemblies elections reflect the bias they suffer in society, and hence giving 33% reservation to females in parliament and legislature will address the gender imbalance in politics. Women face discrimination in employment too. They suffer from violence within their homes. Dowry related violence, domestic violence, and eve teasing are rampant even in this modern era. I think women should be legally empowered to tackle such discriminations against them. Legal awareness is so essential to safeguard the right of women. For many years, women's right movements have fought hard to address uh, this inequality, campaigns to amend laws or taking to the streets to demand their rights are respected. But still, we women are fighting. We very much hope that today's discussion will anchor deliberate on all crucial issues, and the positive outcome of the discussion will surely come out as an opportunity to strengthen and empower women's position in society. Now, before inviting Dr. Vijaylaxmi ji, I would like to share her brief introduction. Dr. Vijaylaxmi ji is a professor of law and has acted in the leadership position as director and head of the Department of School of Law, Manipal University, Jaipur. She has organized legal awareness camps for law students and society. Her research areas are empowering women and child welfare. She is actively associated with various NGOs and several organizations for legal counseling. Dr. Vijayalakshmi has a rich and versatile teaching experience of over 17 years. During her career path, she has efficiently shouldered administrative with student welfare assignment and has worked on different hierarchies within the university. Recently, she's conferred with the Nari Shakti Samman last year. Her zeal, wisdom, go-getter attitude have established her as the face of the School of Law, and in turn has led to the organization of multiple events like visit of law students to the Supreme Court, High Court, Session Court, Moot Court, and various other seminars. She has been often consulted by various confidential government assignments for its regular activities, such as subject expert. She has chaired several national and international seminars and had been felicitated as well. Dr. Vijaylaxmi Ji is a legal advisor on the panel for a number of leading hospitals like CK Birla Hospital, Narayana, and Manipal Integrated Services for prevention of sexual harassment at the workplace, and has been part of various legal committees in the mainstream industrial setup. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Vijaylaxmi Ji to share her views on today's important subject. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Ms. Anubha. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable President. I am really very much fortunate that I am here and I am connected with you all Rotarians. So thank you so much for giving me this platform, Ms. Anubha. Yes, Anubha, as you have discussed about number of laws and various policies related to the welfare of women in the society. And it is really very much required for all of us, as we are the very, very responsible citizen of the country, that we have to respect the laws and policies, whatever are framed just for the protection and the welfare of the women. So in this term, I would like to share my views which are related to some legal provisions which could meet out the expectation of the women to, to establish, to just give them strength so that we can develop our society just because of the strengthening of the women. So my topic is awareness on legal rights of women. Yes. So first of all, before discussion, I would like to quote here from E to E for Eve. As we all know that in our early age of the world, there were only Adam and Eve. Eve was a representative of all the women. But unfortunately, this Eve was very, very critical situation. And from exploitation to empowerment, how we have to move, because in ancient time and the medieval time, the exploitation of women was really very in very bad phase. What can I say? Exploitation in terms of the child, the girl child who is just in the womb of the mother. Exploitation in terms of the girl who wants to get the education, but because of discrimination between male and female, she couldn't have the opportunity for getting the education. In terms of the women who is who wants to be a wife, a very good wife, who want to be there in the family of male, but unfortunately due to dowry or due to some other points, she is going to be harassed. In terms of the old woman who is who want to live with her children, who want to live with her family, but unfortunately again she is exploited by her family members only. So my dear friends, I think this exploitation in the different ages, in the different status of a woman, of a child, female child to old female, I think number of exploitations are there. So here in this world now, we are having so many laws which could protect our women's. Therefore, this protection word is totally based on our legal rights and policies. And this protection, could meet out the social status of the women. And I could see on this platform, most of the women are there in your Rotary Club. So I must congratulate you all and Honorable President that definitely your work is appreciable, that most of the women are associated with your this club. So I think this protection can give them the social status, and by this social status, every woman will be empowered. So I think this is a journey of E to E for Eve. Eve means we all are the now the representative of this Eve world. Uh, Before starting number of laws, I would like to start my discussion on present scenario. See, this is the present data of women, women's harassment, how women are getting harassed in this COVID situation also. As we all know that this time, this technology is really very much, what can I say? It's a very good opportunity for us that we could meet, we could complete our assignments through this technology, although we are sitting at our home. But unfortunately, number of crimes are really happened during this COVID-19. Maybe through cyber crimes, maybe through cyber stalkings, maybe through number of things which are going on there in the society. So this is the latest data, and unfortunately, my dear friends, I think that at our home, women's are at their home, women's are not safe. Maybe some domestic violence, maybe some sexual harassment, maybe by the family, maybe the members who are there in the family, or so on. So this is the latest data which I have shared, which I am sharing with you all. And one by one, now what kind of laws are available to protect such kind of nuisance in the society? Yes, I'm telling this. I always quote this word nuisance. Why this is nuisance? Because this is not as per the right direction of the society. Because I think in ancient time, always the name of Sita will put, or we are using the name of Sita before the Ram, and all the time Radha will definitely will is used before the Sham. So I think that the respect and the dignity of women is the right direction of the society. This is the first law which I would like to explain here. This is the Immoral Traffic Prevention Act 1956. This is one of the law by which I think that we can protect all those women specifically which are being used for the trade business. Because most of the women which are, which belongs to the poor society, which are not literate, most of the women are getting harassed through this type of a very crucial phase of the society. Women are being used for the trade. And I think this law is very, very important to stop such kind of evil from the society. A number of points, as it is a very specific law, but one thing which we should keep in our mind, that there is a very important law, and that is Indian Penal Code. All the punishments has been decided by the Indian Penal Code. Offenses in the society, but yes, this is a particular specific law which could be prevail over the IPs. So this is one of the law. Yes, as Anubha has already mentioned this thing, that how many women are facing this problem, that is dowry problem, or the groom side, they are demanding number of things during the marriages. One thing which is my personal experience, I have visited the burn department of the government hospital, because this is one of my assignment. You would be surprised, 99% burnt females. I have seen the females who are having such kind of injury over the body. They couldn't even, they couldn't open their eyes. and they are in a very severe pain, and we are helpless. We can't do anything. This dowry, it's a very bad face of the society. And in 1986, you can see, in 1986, we have some amendments in this act, although in 1961, this act was introduced. But unfortunately, I am explaining this law, but unfortunately, can you believe how much and how much, women's are burning just because of dowry day to day? Data is really very shameful, very shameful. Although we are having this law, it is very rigorous law. It's a very specific law, and this provision is also mentioned in Indian Penal Code as well. But I would say that the people of the society are not very much aware about their own duties rather than these laws. I think what kind of humanities are, or the basic agenda of the humanity is there. What can I say? The people who are doing such kind of offenses in the society. जब ऐसी महिलाओं से मैंने बात करी, हॉस्पिटल में जाके मेरे बच्चों ने जब असाइनमेंट किया, आप लोगों को ये सुन के बड़ा ही आश्चर्य होगा कि एट द टाइम ऑफ द डेथ बेड, वो डेथ बेड पे वो लेडी लेटी हुई है, बट शी इज नॉट विलिंग टू डिस्क्लोज द एक्चुअल नेम हु वाज देयर जिसने कि मेरे साथ ये किया. एंड व्हाट वाज द स्टेटमेंट ऑफ द लेडी? मेरे को तो जाना ही है मैडम, मैं तो चली ही जाऊंगी, लेकिन मैं नहीं चाहती कि मेरे पीछे से मेरे घर वालों पे कोई प्रॉब्लम आए. I am not going to give any kind of a statement. See the ideology of the week. I don't know what kind of culture, what kind of sanskar actually we are giving to the girl child. So this Dowry Prohibition Act is there, but the important thing is how many cases are reported for this particular law. Number of women are getting harassed, लेकिन उनकी रिपोर्ट करने वाला शायद कोई नहीं. So this is very unfortunate side of this coin. The second one is indecent representation of women. It's a act which was introduced in 1986. Again, it is a very bad face of the society. Why all the time women are projected like an object, right? काले से गोरा बना दो, फटाफट ऐसी कोई क्रीम ला दो कि एक फीमेल को काले से गोरा बना दो. What is this? And I think that you all of you are much aware such kind of advertisements are banned now. Nobody can project such kind of advertisements. क्यों काले से गोरा बनाना है? जैसी एक विमेन है, आप उस पर बात करिए. एक विमेन जिसके लिए कि जिसको कि हम बात करते हैं कि इट्स एन ऑब्जेक्ट, इट इज नॉट एन ऑब्जेक्ट. ये कोई वस्तु नहीं है. इट इज नॉट अ मटेरियल व्हिच कैन बी यूज्ड एनीवेयर. नो, women is also a respectable person in the society. Indecent representation of women, ये प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट 1986 में आया. इसके साथ साथ एक नई चीज और अभी प्रेजेंट में जो चल रहा है उस पर थोड़ा सा और बताना चाहूंगी, जो कि आजकल आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, मॉब लिंचिंग की आपने सुनी होगी बात. बट इज देयर एनी डिजिटल मॉब लिंचिंग? आंसर इज यस. डिजिटल मॉब लिंचिंग एक ऐसा नया इनिशिएट हुआ है क्राइम, जब से इस टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमारी ने बात करनी शुरू की है कि ये डिजिटल मॉब लिंचिंग, अगर किसी रानू जो कि प्लेटफॉर्म पर रेलवे के कॉर्नर पे बैठ के गाना गा सकती है और उस गाने के लिए हमने उसको रातों रात स्टार बना दिया सिर्फ डिजिटल मॉब लिंचिंग की मॉब की वजह से. और अगर डिजिटल मॉब लिंचिंग की बात करते हैं तो हमने एक ही दिन में रिया चक्रवर्ती को सबसे बड़ी कल्प्रिट बना. हमने कंगना रनौत को डाउन कर दिया. अरे हु वी आर टू से एनीथिंग? Do we have any kind of right that we can comment on anybody? No, we don't have this right. But what we are doing, I think that most of the time, Anubha, this is my personal message to every women also. Male women को सिर्फ rape commit करने तक harass कर सकता है. But most of the time, a female is the other person who is, committing such kind of offense against a woman. I have number of examples, number of cases in my law. You would be surprised कि dowry cases में most of the time mother-in-law is involved. Most of the time sister-in-law is involved. Why? Male को सिर्फ हम एक rape के लिए culprit बना सकते हैं. And one thing, which is again my humble submission to all of you, as all of you are women, women के खिलाफ या women के लिए हम अगर किसी right की या किसी duty की बात करते हैं, तो please don't look only one side that male is only the person who is culprit. No, never. ऐसा नहीं है कि women को सिर्फ male ही harass करता है, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं. I am never, I will never support this particular term. This is not right as well. Later on, I will discuss you how much and how you can say कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ male ही harass कर सकता है. So in this particular indecent representations of women, number of points in which we can see that one female is committing some offense against the women. One female is passing some comments just against a woman. So the only thing is, all the laws, one by one, we are watching the laws, we are seeing the laws, and we are coming to know what kind of laws are there. The only thing is, please don't look only the one side of the coin that there is, if there is any wrong person, that will be only and only a male. This is not. So in the case of Ria, in the case of Kangna, in the case of number of women, we all women were involved to putting any comment, whether she is good or she is bad. So law is there. I will never deny this thing that law is there to protect the women. But again, my question is, are we giving the social status of the women, the chain to reach to the empowerment? My next law is, as I am from Jaipur, I am from Rajasthan, and I think that all of you are very much aware about this Sati Pratha. It is a very bad phase of the society. Again, and in my state also, this Roop Kanwar, this is the actual picture of the Roop Kanwar. आपको पता है इस रूप कंवर को सती करने के लिए सबसे ज्यादा प्रोवोक किसने किया? इसकी खुद के घर की फीमेल कैंडिडेट्स. कैन यू बिलीव दिस? उनका ये मानना था कि तुम विडो हो गई हो, नाउ देयर इज नो एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ योर लाइफ, देयर इज नो वैल्यू ऑफ योर लाइफ. You should also burn with your dead husband, dead body of your husband. Is it the way? Do you think? Do you think that एक फीमेल के साथ अगर ऐसा हो रहा है तो उसमें हमें क्या करना चाहिए? देखिए, एम्पावरमेंट की जब हम बात करने की बात करते हैं ना कि विमेन बहुत एम्पावर हो गई, मैं ये कहती हूँ, आपने कितनी विमेन को बचाया? आपने कितने विमेन के लिए संघर्ष किया? क्या हम उस तरीके से विमेन को देख पा रहे हैं? एक्चुअली विमेन के साथ हो क्या रहा है? एंड हु इज द एक्चुअल पर्सन बिहाइंड द कर्टेन? दिस सती प्रिवेंशन 1987 में, बहुत दूर नहीं है अभी 1987, अभी रिसेंट आप देखिए इसके ऊपर लॉ आया, और ये लॉ राजस्थान स्टेट ने ही इनिशिएट किया. सो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट we have faced such kind of evil, and law is there. देखिए, law is always with the society, for the society, because without society law is nothing, and without law society is nothing. So both are Anubha.
जी ma'am.
Is there any problem? Am I audible? Everything
Yes,
is okay?
yes, yes, perfectly fine. Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
You please continue.
Okay. Yeah. So this सती प्रथा जब राजस्थान के अंदर आई तो देखिए आप इसके अंदर भी लॉ भी आया और लॉ को हमने अमेंडमेंट में भी लेके आए जब इसकी जरूरत पड़ी. Again, this is another law और ये लॉ ऐसा है जो कि अभी ड्यूरिंग दिस लॉकडाउन यू वुड बी सरप्राइज नंबर ऑफ केसेस. मतलब अभी मैंने जब डेटा में सर्च आउट कर रही थी मुझे लग रहा था कि मेरी स्लाइड्स बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएंगी इसलिए मैंने उसको थोड़ा रिड्यूस किया. बट दिस टाइम डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस केसेस ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ कोविड नंबर ऑफ केसेस हैज बीन रिपोर्टेड. नंबर ऑफ केसेस.
That's right.
उसका रीजन क्या है? यस दैट इज वेरी, क्योंकि शायद पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि 4-5 महीने के लिए हर पर्सन घर में है और वो एक समय जो है उसमें ये समझ में आ रहा है कि what is as per the my requirement, what I need and why the other person is not going to perform as per my requirement, as per my need, as per my expectations. और इसलिए ये डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस वाले केसेस बहुत ज्यादा आ रहे हैं. देखिए डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस में एक और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि ये 2005 में ये एक्ट आया और 2005 से पहले क्या जो घर में रहती थी महिलाएं क्या हम उनके अधिकारों के लिए लड़ पाते थे या 2005 के बाद ही समझ में आया कि इनके लिए लड़ना है? ऐसा नहीं है. 2005 से पहले, बिफोर दिस 2005 वी वर with this law that was IPC, Indian Penal Code. और इंडियन पिनल कोड के अंदर इस लॉ, इस राइट के बारे में बात की गई. बट आफ्टर 2005 देखिए जैसे जैसे सोसाइटी की डिमांड आ रही है आपका लॉ एक नया चेहरा लेके आता है. हमारा लॉ एक नया स्पेशल लॉ लेके आता है और वो लॉ ऐसा है जो हमें ये बता रहा है कि नहीं, इन दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया आई विल लिसन द विक्टिम्स वॉइस बिकॉज दिस इज अ स्पेसिफिक लॉ टू प्रोटेक्ट द. इस डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस एक्ट के अंदर अभी इतने केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए. अब देखिए वही एक चीज है कि उसको कब उनकी हियरिंग हो रही है, कितना जल्दी हम लोग कर रहे हैं. बट लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, फॉर ऑल द क्रिमिनल लॉज देयर आर फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट्स. नाउ कोर्ट इज बाउंड टू लिसन इमीडिएटली कोर्ट हैज टू डिसाइड. और यही रीजन है कि बहुत सारी कोर्ट्स इस वक्त हमारे सामने. So this was your Domestic Violence Act. Yes, this is very important law for which I would like to, share my comments. This is a law, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences, Act 2012. देखिए आप इनके ईयर देख के आपको ये समझ में आ रहा होगा कि लॉ कितना विजिलेंट है. सोसाइटी में जैसे ही कोई एक नया क्राइम सामने आता है जुडिशरी को या पार्लियामेंट को ये समझ में आता है कि भैया इसके ऊपर एक स्पेशल लॉ बना दो. स्पेशल लॉ बनाने से एटलीस्ट हमारी स्पेशल कोर्ट्स बन जाएंगी, आपके मामले की सुनवाई जल्दी से जल्दी होगी. ये जो लॉ है ये बहुत ही सेंसिटिव लॉ. ये वो लॉ है जो कि चिल्ड्रन को सेक्सुअल ऑफेंस से रोकने के लिए बनाया गया है, उनको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए बनाया गया है. आप इस लॉ की अगर एक बहुत स्पेशल प्रोविजन की मैं बात करूं तो वो प्रोविजन है कि अगर 12 साल से कम उम्र की बच्ची का रेप कमिट हो रहा है तो यू वुड बी सरप्राइज कि अक्यूज को डेथ पेनल्टी देने तक का राइट कोर्ट के पास. कोर्ट कैन प्रोनाउंस द punishment of the death penalty if there is any case which is under the 12 years of girl child. Although one thing which is very important, although this act is not discriminate the between this sex, male और female. देखिए सेक्सुअल ऑफेंस में ऐसा नहीं है कि मेल के साथ सेक्सुअल ऑफेंस नहीं हो सकता या एक मेल चाइल्ड के साथ नहीं हो सकता. मेल चाइल्ड हो या फीमेल चाइल्ड हो, सेक्सुअल ऑफेंस दोनों के साथ हो सकते हैं. बट दिस प्रोविजन ऑफ द लॉ दैट इज रेप ऑफ 12 या below 12 years old girl, in this particular provision the law is very strict, very strict. So nowadays this law, ये law एक ऐसे जिसको हम एक short term में बोलते हैं पॉक्सको, और ये पॉक्सको के लिए स्पेशल कोर्ट्स तक हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में होनी बहुत जरूरी है। अब यहाँ एक छोटी सी बात आती है मेरे दिमाग में, और वो मैं आप लोगों को ये इसलिए बताना चाह रही हूँ कि मैं बहुत सारे कॉलेजेस, इससे हॉस्पिटल से भी जुड़ी हुई हूँ। हॉस्पिटल्स में मैं जाती हूँ बहुत सारी लीगल अवेयरनेस सेशन देने के लिए। कई बार क्या होता है, 12 साल से कम उम्र की बच्ची का अगर रेप कमिट हो रहा है, घर वाले लेके तुरंत दौड़ते हैं उसको अस्पताल में भर्ती करवाने। ऑब्वियस सी बात है, अस्पताल में उसका ट्रीटमेंट करवाना पड़ेगा। पर प्रॉब्लम कहाँ आती है, कई बार अस्पताल वाले उस बच्चे को एडमिट करने से मना कर देते हैं। व्हाई? बिकॉज देयर इज अ प्रोविजन दैट फर्स्ट दे हैव टू रिपोर्ट टू द कंसर्न थाना, देन आफ्टर दे विल admit the victim. But no, now law is changed. What law is there for the protection, for the care, and for the betterment of the victim, that yes, you can start your proceedings, you can go to the concerned thana, you have to lodge the FIR, but what is the responsibility of the hospital? They will immediately, they has to start the treatment of the child. Again, this is a very beautiful provision of this law. So if we could collect the information, if we are much aware about the laws, at least we can raise our voice to protect someone. This is my belief. How much you are aware, how much you can collect the information and the knowledge, so that at least you can save the life of anybody, like any victim जिसका कि अभी और कोई नहीं है। शायद हमारी थोड़ी सूझबूझ और हमारी समझदारी से हम ऐसी चीजों को आगे प्रोसीड कर।
Ma'am, I want to interrupt. Laws are there. I agree. Laws are there, but still people are not aware about these laws.
That's why, Anubha, I'm telling you,
exactly.
Such kind of, although you are from Rotary Club, but I'm very happy that you have arranged such kind of sessions. आज अगर मैंने आप 20 या 25 लोगों के सामने ये छोटी बात करी, तो मुझे इतना पता है कि all of you are very much curious. आप इन लॉस के बारे में कहीं पढ़ के कुछ जानेंगे, और अगर आज आपने जाना तो आप 4 लोगों को और बताएंगे जब कभी आप किसी से बात करेंगे या ऐसी किसी प्रॉब्लम का फेस करें।
But if we talk about rural areas, so
yes,
people are not at all aware there.
Yes,
women are like, yeah, that's
yes,
the point.
This is the problem.
How can we change this scenario?
No,
that's the point.
See, Anubha, it is really, I can't say impossible. I will not say impossible, but we can try at least. What Anubha can do, what Honorable President can do, what Vijaylaxmi can do. This is important, I guess. And each one of us will think in the same manner. I think we can create the chain. We can create the chain, ना? हमें करना ही इतना सा है और कुछ नहीं करना है। हम कर क्या सकते हैं और हम क्या कर रहे हैं, अगर हम हर एक पर्सन ये बात सोचने लगेंगे तो आई थिंक आधी से ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम तो वहीं खत्म हो जाएगी।
Yeah, that's true. But ma'am, people are not in this mindset. They don't like.
Anubha, we will try. We will try, and we will definitely.
And as you mentioned about these fast track courts, so I want to quote this thing. Still we are struggling. Basically, these fast track courts are low in number, and after long wait in this Nirbhaya case, 8 years. It took 8 years.
Coming up on this.
Yeah. Please, please.
Yeah. So that is my next point on which I would like to say that this is very important, and very proudly I must quote that this particular law was introduced from Rajasthan. Why very proudly? क्योंकि एक कहानी सुनी होगी आपने, राजस्थान की महिलाएं बड़ी दबंग होती हैं, और इस भंवरी देवी ने ये प्रूव कर दिया, इसने अपनी, जबकि 5 लोगों ने इसका रेप कमिट किया था in the year of 1992. She is nearby this Jaipur. She is 60 kilometers far away from this place, Jaipur. She was in Bassi, that is a place. और बस्सी के अंदर in 1992, that time she was, although she was illiterate, अंगूठा छाप, But that time she was working with one of the finest NGO, that was Sathin. यहाँ राजस्थान में एक साथिन नाम का एनजीओ था जिसके साथ वो काम कर रही थी, और इस लेडी ने ये कहा कि मैं अपने गांव के अंदर चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होने दूंगी। आप देखिए इस लेडी की कहानी सुनिए। इसने कहा मैं अपने गांव में चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होने दूंगी, एंड शी बिलोंग्स टू अ लोअर कास्ट, ठीक है। इसने एक अपर कास्ट जहां मैरिज हो रही थी वहां जाकर अपने इस पॉइंट को रख के कहा कि मैं चाइल्ड मैरिज नहीं होने दूंगी। अपर कास्ट के लोगों ने इसको रिवोल्ट किया, इसको मना किया, डिनाई किया। इसने फिर भी अपनी आवाज उठाई और वहां के पास के थाने में जाके रिपोर्ट करा कि साहब देखिए वहां पर एक चाइल्ड मैरिज हो रही है। अब क्योंकि वो अपर क्लास के लोग थे, अपर कास्ट के लोग थे, इन लोगों ने 5 लोगों ने मिलकर भवरी देवी का उसके हस्बैंड के सामने उसी के खेतों में जाकर रेप कमिट किया इन द डे टाइम, राइट। इसके बाद ये लेडी चुप नहीं बैठी। इस लेडी ने यहां पर सेशन कोर्ट के अंदर रिपोर्ट अपना जो एफआईआर कराई, एफआईआर के बाद सेशन कोर्ट में इसका केस ओपन हुआ, लेकिन वहां से इसको न्याय नहीं मिला, इसको जस्टिस नहीं मिला, इसको जस्टिस नहीं मिला। इसने अपील लगाई राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट में। राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट में इसकी अपील के टाइम विशाखा एनजीओ सामने आया, और ये विशाखा एनजीओ ने इसकी एक वर्क प्लेस पर इस सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट जैसी चीज के बारे में आवाज उठाई। एंड यू वुड बी सरप्राइज अनुभा कि भवरी देवी को मैं मणिपाल यूनिवर्सिटी में 8 तारीख को बुला के फेलिसिटेट कर रही हूँ। वो खुद मेरी यूनिवर्सिटी में आएंगी और मैं उनको फेलिसिटेट कर रही हूँ। मैं उनको अपने सारे बच्चों से मिलवा के ये मैसेज दिलवाऊंगी कि उनके पास कितना दम और कितनी उनके पास हिम्मत है। आपको ये जान के और भी ज्यादा आश्चर्य होगा कि उनका जो रेप केस है वो अभी भी अपील में पेंडिंग पड़ा हुआ है राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट में। बट द अदर फेस ऑफ द केस कि उनकी इस प्रॉब्लम को जब हमने ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट विशाखा एनजीओ ने इस पॉइंट को उठाया, एक पीआईएल लगाई, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने 1997 के अंदर 10 गाइडलाइंस, जिसको नाम दिया जाता है विशाखा गाइडलाइंस, और वो 10 गाइडलाइंस इशू की गई। उस 10 गाइडलाइंस के बाद जो 1997 में हुई उसको हमने 2013 में एक लॉ बना के पास किया। The story of this sexual harassment of women at workplace, Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act 2013. This is the actual story behind this law. आप सोचिए ये लॉ, अब ये लॉ कैसा हो गया? Now it is mandatory for each and every organization which are having more than 10 employees in their organization. They should have this committee and they should establish or constitute this committee in their organization. आज ये मैंडेटरी हो गया है, 2013 में कंप्लायंस आ जाएंगी। इसीलिए आज इस पर्टिकुलर एक्ट के बारे में बात करते हुए मैं जब भी बात करती हूँ तो मुझे ये फील होता है कि देखिए वो शक्ति, एक इलिटरेट वुमेन, एक ऐसी महिला जिसको लिखना नहीं आता था, लेकिन आज उस औरत ने, उस लेडी ने अपनी आवाज को पूरे विश्व में पहुंचा। सो दिस वाज द अनदर लॉ। और इस पे एक इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट और मैं आप लोगों से डिस्कस करूंगी। इस सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एक्ट के लिए ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट केस हमारे सामने आया था, जिसमें ये कहा कि हर फीमेल की डिग्निटी है कि उसे कंड्यूसिव एनवायरनमेंट मिले। ये फीमेल की एक डिग्निफाइड लाइफ है, और अगर सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस है तो ये सिर्फ उसके इस लॉ में कवर नहीं होगा, इट इज ऑल्सो वायलेट्स फंडामेंटल राइट्स, क्योंकि हमारी डिग्निफाइड लाइफ, हमें उस तरीके से मूव करना हर फीमेल का फंडामेंटल राइट। अगेन you can see in this slide, I was surprised during this lockdown, during this work at home, this problem was raised in such a manner. Everybody is sitting at their home, but they are trying to, pass the comments through mobile, through electronic devices, whatever is easy for them. देखिए आप, राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट का डिसीजन, राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट ने ये कहा कि ये जो सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट है, आप इसमें ये मत सोचिए कि घर में बैठे हैं तो ये वर्क प्लेस नहीं है। अरे भाई, घर में बैठ के काम तो ऑफिस का कर रहे हो, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, ये भी मत सोचिए कि 9 से 5 काम किया तो दैट विल बी ओनली माय वर्किंग आवर्स। नो, दिस इज नॉट सो। व्हाई? बिकॉज आफ्टर 5 o'clock, in what capacity you are passing the comments, that is important ना। रात को 7 बजे आप मोबाइल पे मैसेज कर रहे हो, रात के 12 बजे आप मोबाइल पे कोई अनवांटेड, अनवेलकम सेक्सुअल फेवर की डिमांड कर रहे हो। द क्वेश्चन इज वेदर इट इज सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस, whether it would be covered under this. Answer is yes. Now Anubha, your answer. This is actual awareness. This is actual awareness. अगर इस तरीके के पॉइंट्स का हम ऐसे लोगों को तक बात पहुंचाएंगे, तभी उस लेडी की इतनी हिम्मत हुई कि उसने इस केस को रिपोर्ट किया। अदरवाइज वो यही समझती सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस है तो मैं घर पे बैठी हूँ, इसलिए ये वर्क प्लेस नहीं है, और मेरे पास रात के 12 बजे ऐसा मैसेज आया है तो भी ये मेरी वर्किंग आवर्स में नहीं है, तो मुझे तो ये रिपोर्ट ही नहीं करना चाहिए। देखिए आप, इस लेडी ने, क्योंकि ये अवेयर थी, इसने रिपोर्ट किया और राजस्थान हाई कोर्ट ने किया ब्यूटीफुल जजमेंट।
Right.
So this is my recent point on this law. These are some other cases. Calcutta High Court. अब देखिए कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट ने बड़ी मजेदार बात कह दी। कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट पता है आपको क्या कहता है? अभी रिसेंटली 2018 में आपने सुना होगा कि सेम सेक्स को लीगलाइज कर दिया गया है, रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन सेम सेक्स। नाउ लेस्बियन, गे, everyone is allowed or permitted, they can make the relationships whatever they want. ये डीक्रिमिनलाइज कर दिया गया आईपीसी से, अननेचुरल ऑफेंस की डेफिनेशन से। एलजीबीटी जिसको हम कहते हैं, एलजीबीटी आ गया। तो भाई अब एक बात मुझे आप बताइए, या मैं हर समाज के उस आदमी से पूछती हूँ जिसने कि एलजीबीटी को डीक्रिमिनलाइज करवाया, लीगलाइज कराया, अगर दो सेम जेंडर, सेम सेक्स में अगर कोई रिलेशनशिप मेंटेन या रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट हो रहा है, तो क्या आप ये बात नहीं मानते कि दोनों के बीच हैरेसमेंट नहीं होगा? ऑब्वियस सी बात है, एक राइट अगर आ रहा है तो डेफिनेटली ड्यूटी तो आनी ही आनी। तो क्या मेल मेल को हैरेस कर सकता है? क्या फीमेल फीमेल को हैरेस कर सकती है? उसी का जजमेंट है ये कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट का। यू वुड बी सरप्राइज कि एक वर्किंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर फीमेल ने फीमेल को सेक्सुअली हैरेस किया, और उस फीमेल ने जब फीमेल को सेक्सुअली हैरेस किया, कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट ने कहा यस, that will be also maintainable under POSH। और इस पॉइंट को भी सुना गया। अगेन it's a result of awareness, it's a result of awareness। yes, as Anubha told us about the निर्भया's case, आपने निर्भया के केस के बारे में, अभी क्या होता है, जो नॉन लॉ के पर्सन है, हम लोग अखबार पढ़ते हैं, हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन आ जाती है और हम उसको एक स्टोरी की तरह याद करते हैं। स्टोरी मीन्स देखिए उसके साथ कितना बुरा हुआ, देखिए उस निर्भया के साथ ऐसा हुआ, निर्भया के बाद हाथरस में ऐसा हो गया, हाथरस के बाद प्रियंका के साथ ऐसा हो गया, एंड वी आर हैविंग सो मेनी स्टोरीज टू इलैबोरेट। बट जुडिशरी कांट टेक सच काइंड ऑफ एक्शन। जुडिशरी हैज टू introduce such kind of laws which should be more rigorous to prevent, to stop such kind of crimes in the society। और उसका सबसे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल है कि निर्भया केस होने के बाद पूरे के पूरे क्रिमिनल लॉ के अंदर चेंज आ गया। पूरे के पूरे क्रिमिनल लॉ के अंदर हमने एक ऐसा अमेंडमेंट कर दिया कि वो, आप देखिए, फिर चाहे वो आईपीसी हो, एविडेंस हो या क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड हो, उसके अंदर हमने पूरे के पूरे वो सिनेरियो या वो पॉइंट्स लाके ऐड कर दिए विच आर एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड इन द सोसाइटी। भाई लॉ चुप नहीं रह सकता, लॉ कब तक चुप रहेगा? एक नया अगर कोई इंसिडेंट सोसाइटी में हुआ तो हम ये कह के चुप नहीं हो जाएंगे कि साहब इसमें तो कोई लॉ ही नहीं है, अब हम क्या करें? इमीडिएटली निर्भया के केस के बाद जो वर्मा कमेटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूट हुई और वर्मा कमेटी ने कॉन्स्टिट्यूट होकर नए लॉस को इंट्रोड्यूस किया। ये है, इट इज अ अवेयरनेस ऑफ द सोसाइटी, वॉइस ऑफ द सोसाइटी। और आज मानती हूं लॉ इज स्लो, मुझे पता है, although I am from law background, I had done my practice in Rajasthan High Court for 2-3 years. After that I had moved to in this academic domain। मुझे पता है लॉ थोड़ा स्लो है, कई चीजें कलेक्ट करने में टाइम लग जाता है। मेरी लीगल एड सोसाइटी जो अभी काम कर रही है, मेरे यूनिवर्सिटी के बच्चे आप लोगों को ये सुन के आश्चर्य होगा कि मेरे बच्चों ने ऐसे केसेस में जहां सेक्सुअली हैरेस किया गया है किसी फीमेल को, उसमें ये मैंडेटरी है कि अगर किसी के साथ रेप कमिट हुआ है तो विद इन 24 आवर्स रिपोर्ट शुड बी लॉन्च्ड. इट इज अ मैंडेट. बट समहाउ if female is not able to report at the right time, क्या हम उसको न्याय नहीं दिलाएंगे? If we are having the circumstantial evidences, करना क्या है? कलेक्ट करना है. we will do the same. इस लड़की के हमने कपड़े कलेक्ट करवाए, जो कि कपड़े उसके 4-5 दिन पहले के थे. बस इसने एक काम ये किया कि इसने उन कपड़ों को वॉश नहीं किया. हमने इसके उन क्लोथ से उसके सारे के सारे फोरेंसिक लेबोरेटरी में भेज के और हमने वो पूरे एविडेंसेस कलेक्ट करवा लिए जो हमें चाहिए, और हमने उस लेडी को जस्टिस दिलवाया, और उस अक्यूज को मेरे लॉ के बच्चों ने अरेस्ट करवाया और फिर उसकी बेल भी नहीं होने. सो आई थिंक दैट वी ऑल पर्संस कैन डू दिस. जुडिशरी ने लॉज तो बना दिए, लेकिन हमें उसको कैसे राइट डायरेक्शन में प्रमोट करना है, दिस इज आवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. So this is the whole provisions which are related to the rape laws and the Nirbhaya's laws. Yes, as Anubha, initially you have mentioned about the Indian Constitution. I always respect our Indian Constitution because that is only the what can I say कि हमारा ये एक ऐसा हमारे पास धर्म है, ये हमारा एक ऐसा ग्रंथ है, एक ऐसी हॉली बुक है जिससे कि आपको और मुझे, हम फीमेल्स को आज इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे बोलने की आजादी मिलती है. यही है वो. अदरवाइज जो मैंने आपको सारी चीजें बताई, सती होना या विडो या चाइल्ड मैरिज, कितनी सारी चीजें थी. आज ये एक ऐसा हमारे पास हथियार है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, जिसने कि आज हम सब लोगों को बोलना सिखाया, आज फीमेल्स को एजुकेशन लेना बताया, इक्वलिटी की बात बताई. और ये जो आर्टिकल 39D है, ये कहता है जेंडर इक्वालिटी. और अभी तक अनुभा ने तो सिर्फ फंडामेंटल राइट्स की बात की थी कि हमारे फंडामेंटल राइट्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या है. मैं बात कर रही हूँ डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स की. और ये डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स क्या है जो आर्टिकल 39D में है? ये डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स है स्टेट की ड्यूटी. ये ड्यूटी है स्टेट की, हमारे राज्य की, जहां हम रहते हैं. ये उसकी ड्यूटी है कि वो जेंडर इक्वालिटी का ध्यान रखे. अगर स्टेट इज नॉट परफॉर्मिंग as per the provisions of constitution, state would be liable. This is the another law, the code on wages. और ये तो अभी recent आया है 2019 में, in 2019. But if we are working equally just like a man, अगर हम एक मैन की तरह काम कर रहे हैं, एक फीमेल अगर मेल की तरह काम कर रही है, she should also get the same remuneration. इक्वल वर्क अगर है तो इक्वल पे भी होना चाहिए. ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हमें कह रहा है. और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के साथ साथ नाउ वी आर हैविंग द सेपरेट लॉ कि वेजेस एंड द रिम्यूनरेशन एंड द सैलरी और व्हाट कैन आई से whatever the compensation, it should be as per the work which has been done by the female. देना चाहिए. और अगर नहीं देंगे तो सारे के सारे एम्प्लॉयर्स जो हैं वो इन सब की बातें करते हैं. अच्छा, यहाँ एक मैं थोड़ा सा आउट ऑफ द कॉन्टेक्स्ट जाकर एक बात और करूंगी. हम ये मानते हैं कि अगर कोई वर्कर है, वो काम कर रहा है, उसको लॉ के अकॉर्डिंग उतना ही रिम्यूनरेशन बनना चाहिए. एक छोटा सा पॉइंट है जिसपे सोचिएगा. जो इलिटरेट वुमेन है, जो पॉवर्टी से परेशान है और वो प्रोस्टिट्यूशन का काम कर रही है, they are sex workers. क्या ये क्वेश्चन हमारे समाज को सोचना चाहिए कि whether these sex workers should be legalized? In most of the state, sex workers are legalized, but in most of the state, they are not legalized. The work is not legalized. They are considered as a prostitution. Again, it's a very bad face of the society. इसके बारे में हम लोग बहुत रिसर्च कर रहे हैं. आप, मेरे ख्याल से आप में से शायद अगर कुछ लोगों ने काशी का नाम सुना हो तो, काशी सुना है आपने, बनारस काशी।
बनारस बनारस
बनारस काशी सर,
Yeah.
आपको शायद ये भी पता हो, जितना मैं समझ पा रही हूँ, वृंदावन काशी या बनारस, यहाँ पर विडोज जो हैं,
Yeah.
जो भी विडो हैं, उनके परिवार वाले आते हैं और उनको वहां छोड़ के चले जाते
छोड़ चले जाते हैं। You are very correct.
हैं। आर यू अवेयर अबाउट दैट?
Yeah, 100%.
What is this? Why we are not,
ज्यादातर मथुरा में है मैम।
yes, why we are not taking care of those widows? उनकी क्या गलती है? Why this, again it's a research point. Why we are not making a personal, a specific law for the rehabilitation of the women, those who are widow? उनकी क्या गलती है भाई? आप उनको दोबारा से समाज में रहने लायक बनाइए ना। आप उनको ऐसे जाके छोड़ आते हैं जैसे तो कोई सोसाइटी में घूमने वाला कोई एक बिना काम का जानवर है, और उस जानवर को हमने ले जाके वहां छोड़ दिया। तो आई थिंक दैट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स should be well taken.
I'll interrupt here, ma'am. I'll interrupt 1 minute. I'll
Yes,
interrupt.
yes sir.
Today in as you said rightly, पुराने लोग जो है विडोज को वहां पे छोड़ के आ जाते थे, सही। और आज मॉडर्न एरा में हम समझते हैं अपने आप को, मॉडर्न एरा में आज सब ओल्ड एज होम बन रहे हैं। जहां भी गए ओल्ड एज होम बन रहे हैं, शायद आपने भी सुना है, मैंने भी याद है, तो वहां हम माँ बाप को छोड़ देते हैं। ये कैसी दुविधा है? कैसी दुविधा है
सर? ये आपने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट उठाया है। ये पॉइंट सच में बहुत अच्छा है, और इसका रीजन
इसलिए हम संपन्न है, उनको वहां छोड़ रहे हैं, और वहां उनको इसलिए हम संपन्न नहीं है।
एग्जैक्टली सर, एग्जैक्टली, नॉट संपन्नता। दिस इज नॉट द मैटर ऑफ संपन्नता सर, नथिंग इज लाइक दैट। द ओनली थिंग इज योर मेंटल स्टेटस, साइकोलॉजी, नथिंग एल्स। This is my point, and we have to make them aware who are sick, basically, who are mentally sick. We have to give them this message, message कि भाई please think about yourself, think about the society. This is only the point. So this is the code on wages 2019. Yes. This is very wonderful decision by the Supreme Court. हाउसवाइफ का काम ऑफिस जाने वाले पति से कम अहम कतई नहीं है। I think it is really very wonderful decision by the Supreme Court. What about those women who are not working? अरे भाई, आपके घर का काम कौन कर रहा है? सुबह से उठ के रात तक में who is only the person continuously who is on the toes? आप देखिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कितना ध्यान रखा है। देखिए ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट या जुडिशरी या स्टेट के हाई कोर्ट्स, हम अगर अपना मुद्दा लेके जाएंगे, आप देखिए इनकी आमदनी, इनकी कितनी सैलरी होनी चाहिए, आप उसका अंदाजा लगा ही नहीं सकते। नोबडी कैन इवैल्यूएट, नोबडी कैन एक्सेस दी सैलरी, हाउ मच दे शुड गेट। और ये मुद्दा, ये पॉइंट, फिर से मैं कहूंगी, ये अवेयरनेस का ही रिजल्ट है। कहीं कोई सोच बदलनी पड़ेगी, बिल्कुल सोच बदलनी पड़ेगी। सो दिस इज रियली वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग जजमेंट। मुझे लगा आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करूंगी तो इट वुड बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल। ये एक और नया डिसीजन सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, और ये भी आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी। आज से पहले शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशंस में विमेन का प्लेसमेंट था, एसएसबी जिसे हम कहते हैं, क्योंकि वो सिर्फ 10 या 12 साल की सर्विस होती है। परमानेंट कमीशन में विमेन का कोई प्लेसमेंट नहीं था। रिसेंटली इन दिस डिसीजन, नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी व्हिच इज गिवन टू द विमेन दैट दे आर एंटाइटल्ड फॉर द परमानेंट कमीशन। भाई 10-12 साल बाद वो जाएंगी कहाँ? जब एक मेल काम कर सकता है आर्मी में, फीमेल भी कर सकती है इक्वली। इनिशियली अगर आपने उसको एलिजिबल माना है, तो लेटर ऑन उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम आ गई? इफ शी इज हेल्दी, इफ शी इज accurate as per the norms, why don't she have the same position? Again, it is really very good decision by the Supreme Court. Yes, legal mandate under Maternity Benefit Act 1961, और ये हम सबको पता है। 6 months का जो बेनिफिट है वो हर एम्प्लॉयर के लिए ये मैंडेट है कि एम्प्लॉयर शुड प्रोवाइड दिस पर्टिकुलर बेनिफिट टू द विमेन who needs this maternity benefit. और अब सिर्फ maternity benefit की बात नहीं है. After 6 months, when she will come with her child, the crack should be there in the same organization. It is also a right of the women. ये भी एक right है women का. So these are the some legal mandates under Maternity Benefit Act 1961. So my only point is, before ending my whole discussion, one thing again which I would like to quote here: I am not the person who is always supporting the women. No, and never. My only focus is who is the victim. If the victim is woman, definitely we should give the proper direction to for the remedies. If there is men, definitely we have to think in the same manner. My only point is, nowadays we are continuously working on this particular ground, that is gender neutral laws. Very soon you will get this information from the parliament that now this new law would be there in our society. Very soon parliament and judiciary will pass this gender neutral laws. Why gender neutrality? Only in such points where a woman could be harassed, that is only her biological condition, and that is okay. Otherwise you would be surprised, अब तो मेल्स का भी रेप होने लगा. कब तक हम इस चीज को रोकेंगे? जब LGBT को वैलिडिटी मिली है, तो आप मान के चलिए कि अब जेंडर न्यूट्रल लॉज की बात हम बहुत जल्दी करने वाले. बट फाइनली, क्योंकि हमारी फीमेल्स की सिचुएशन बहुत ज्यादा खराब थी, और यही एक रीजन था कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने फीमेल्स के लिए स्पेशल फंडामेंटल राइट्स बनाए, और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने फीमेल्स को प्रोटेक्ट किया, बिकॉज दैट टाइम व्हेन आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वाज फ्रेम्ड, दैट टाइम द स्टेटस ऑफ वुमेन वाज रियली वेरी बैड. बट नाउअडेज, आज की तारीख में अगर मैं बात करूं फीमेल्स की, तो अब फीमेल्स उस बराबरी के पैसेज पे आके खड़ी हो. और फिर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का वही बात याद रखिएगा, लाइक शुड बी ट्रीटेड एज अ लाइक. जो एक सा है उसको एक से तरीके से ही ट्रीट किया जाए. बट यस, फॉर वुमेन I will always convey this message: do not stop a woman to move forward, but stop the obstacles that does not let her move. This is only the message, because again, women is only weak for one point, that is her biological status, nothing else. So this is my whole discussion, which very patiently you have listened my discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your wonderful updates on the law.
Yeah,
I have
thank you,
a
ma'am.
couple of questions, Anubha ji.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask or will be complete?
Yes.
मैं बोलूं कुछ? अनुभा जी?
जी सर. Didn't hear.
मुझे कुछ पूछना, मैम से कुछ पूछूं?
हाँ, प्लीज पूछिए ना सर, प्लीज.
विजयलक्ष्मी जी, आपने इंडिसेंट लॉ के ऊपर बोला, प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ वुमेन, है ना? तो मुझे एक बात बताइए कि मीडिया और सिनेमा, हाउ फार इट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल, नंबर वन. दूसरी बात आपने कहा डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस. डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस किस लिए होता है? ईगो के कारण या प्रोफेशनलिज्म या और कोई कारण इसके हैं? सो हाउ डू यू रीड दिस?
यस सर. सर, ये आपका बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चंस हैं, दोनों ही क्वेश्चंस बहुत अच्छे हैं. मैं फिर आपको एक बात बता दूं कि
बड़ी इम्पैक्ट हमारी सोसाइटी में, हमारे समाज के ऊपर कि इसका इम्पैक्ट कितना बुरा हो रहा है, इसका असर कितना हो रहा है, ये आप भी देख रहे हैं, मैं भी देख रहा हूँ.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर. आपने जो बात कही सर इंडिसेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन की, उसमें सबसे बड़ा रोल सोशल मीडिया का है. आई एम वेरी मच एग्रीड विद दिस पॉइंट, क्योंकि सोशल मीडिया, मैंने आपको क्या बताया, हमने एक ही दिन के अंदर रानू को एक सुपरस्टार बना दिया, और एक ही दिन में हमने रिया चक्रवर्ती को इतना बड़ा कल्प्रेट बना दिया कि उस लेडी ने ही सुशांत को प्रोवोक किया कि वो उसकी डेथ कमिट हो जाए. सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल? ओनली सोशल मीडिया? नो, वी ऑल पीपल आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल. अगर आज हम अपने इस तरीके के कमेंट्स को रोक लें, मुझे नहीं पता, आई डोंट नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सेटिस्फेक्शन वी आर गेटिंग आफ्टर पासिंग द कमेंट्स. आई डोंट नो अबाउट दिस, बट
हमारी लाइफ से कितना इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है मैम, हमारी लाइफ से कितने इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है बच्चों के ऊपर?
बहुत बिल्कुल हो रहा है सर. जो मोबाइल कल तक हम बच्चों से छुपाया करते थे,
हाँ,
जिस मोबाइल को हमने कल तक बच्चों से छुपाया, आज वही मोबाइल हम उनको दे रहे हैं कि बेटा अपनी क्लास अटेंड कर ले. I don't know whether he is attending his class or not. He is on another side. Who knows this? Nobody knows this. Sir, जो सोसाइटी में चेंज आ रहा है, उस चेंज के लिए मेरा सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक ही मैसेज है, और वो ये कि हमें लड़का हो या लड़की दोनों को बिठाकर उन सभी बातों से उनको फेस करवाना पड़ेगा जो एक्चुअली सोसाइटी में चल रही है. जितना ज्यादा हम लोग अवेयर कर सकते हैं इन पॉइंट्स को लेके, आई थिंक दैट वुड बी बेटर रादर देन द डिस्कशंस.
फैमिली वैल्यूज ज्यादा चाहिए.
यस सर, यस सर. एंड योर सेकंड क्वेश्चन, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस. सर इस क्वेश्चन पे भी मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं, प्रोफेशनलिज्म, मैंने आपको पहले भी अपने डिस्कशन में कहा है कि मैंने कभी गलत चीज को सपोर्ट नहीं किया. अगर गलत साइड पर विमेन है तो भी गलत है, और मैन है तो भी गलत है. आजकल मेन प्रॉब्लम जो आ रही है वो ईगो की है. आई एक्सेप्ट दिस पॉइंट, क्योंकि मैं कोर्ट से जुड़ी हुई हूं. आई हैव सीन नंबर ऑफ केसेस इन विच वेरी छोटी छोटी बातें आर मेकिंग अ वेरी बिग, यू नो, यस, नथिंग वाज देयर इन द मैटर. इतनी छोटी सी बात को किस तरीके से बढ़ा के और बात आ जाती है डिवोर्स. आज आप देखिए, इतना फ्रीक्वेंटली डिवोर्स केसेस फाइल हो रहे हैं, फ्रीक्वेंटली. नहीं, मुझे तो रहना ही नहीं है, मेरे तो इनसे कोई विचार ही नहीं मिलते. अरे व्हाट काइंड ऑफ विचार भाई? if you are accepting the goodness of the person, you should also accept some, you know, minus point of the person. And I think it will be very good for us if we can counsel the person.
You can have a joint family system, ma'am. मेरे साथ जो तो परिवार बड़ा है, बड़े हैं घर में, तो संस्कार अच्छे हो.
जी सर.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you sir.
Thank you, ma'am. You have given us.
आप मुझे विजय ही कह सकते हैं, मैं मैम नहीं हूँ आपके लिए.
नहीं, जो अवधा है उसके लिए तो रेस्पेक्ट करना ही पड़ेगा मैम.
Thank you so much. Yes, Anubha.
Ji, ma'am, thank you so much. You have given us such detailed info about the legal rights of women, or in, you know, such initiatives, more awareness. ये आपने जो बताया, gender neutral law and sexual harassment of women 2013. More laws are required, more this initiatives, more awareness, these are required. Certainly rehabilitation of widow is also required. ये बहुत अच्छा point था आपका. And वो भी बहुत अच्छा है कि constitution is a weapon for us, for women. And not only constitution, there are several legal provisions that have been invoked to safeguard the rights of women. But वही है, awareness, mindset की जरूरत है. So can you hear me, ma'am? Some technical.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a male-dominated society shaped by many years of chauvinism, nepotism, traditionally gender roles, generally the talent pool is always going to be mostly men. And in this context, today's talk is indeed an eye-opener for all women presented here in this meeting. Now, I would like to open the session for a question-answer round. But before that, I have a question, ma'am. What are the suggested measures that organizations should take to equal out the ground or to improve the representation of women in any given industry?
I think only, you know, awareness sessions, sensitizations. You have to, you know, conduct more and more sensitizations, more and more awareness sessions, so that at least you can make aware others how they have to react, how they have to respect to the women if there is any kind of representation,
Okay.
So this is only the way. Only.
मैं एक बात बताना चाहता हूँ मैम.
हाँ जी.
बैंगलोर के अंदर गारमेंट इंडस्ट्री काफी बड़ी है
जी.
और जहाँ पे महिला की संख्या काम करने वाले की काफी अधिक है. हम उनसे संबंध रखते हैं सबसे इंडस्ट्री से. तो मैंने देखा है कि इधर पिछले कुछ सालों में मैंडेटरी, जो आपने बोला ना कि भाई जहाँ भी लेडीज काम करती है, एक मैंडेटरी प्रोविजन होना चाहिए कि उनका ओहदा भी वही होना चाहिए. तो काफी जगह इसको इम्प्लीमेंट हर इंडस्ट्री में जहां भी महिलाएं काम कर रही है ये लागू हो गया है. So I think so this is a very big step here in Karnataka where women empowerment उनके equal status दिया जा रहा है. I must update you on this.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Amar sir, for this update. Thank you so much. Acha, now I would like to invite immediate PP, past President Rotarian Rashmi Tangsali ji, presently Director of Women in Rotary District 3190. Dynamic and committed women Rotarian Rashmi ji has also served as a chair for promoting Rotary's four-way test and ethics in 2019-2020. She has also been recognized as an outstanding Dazzler chairman in district in the year 2019-20. Also, Rotarian Rashmi helped to win her home club, Bangalore Heritage NCC, as the Best Club Award Gold in the small clubs category in her presidentship during 2018-19. Rashmi ji, please share a few words about today's subject and ask your query, if any, to our wonderful speaker, Vijaylaxmi ji.
Yeah, thank you, Anubha. It was a wonderful, energizing session. Firstly, I would like to bring greetings from our DG Nagendra Prasad to everyone. And thanks to President Paresh for inviting me also here. See, I would like to sum up this whole thing, like, when I was hearing to Vijaylaxmi ji, I just made up this off the talk, what total summary. Women, basically what women stand for. W is for willpower, O is or we are overall smart, and M is we are managers at all life situations. E is we are empowered to empower. Then no, N is no to violence, right?
Yeah.
So this was all the gist of what our Vijaylaxmi ji said. But Vijaylaxmi ji, thank you for giving us so much of insight into many all different types of laws and all that. I myself am a POSH committee member at an organization. But I would like to tell you, you mentioned about increase in violence during COVID situation. Was it not due to lack of awareness among the most educated women? What are we doing for that? Actually, we talk about rural people, we talk about uneducated people, but I feel they're far better. They go at least to the police station. They defend themselves. We are more worried about our dignity, the girls' dignity, the family's dignity, and we are not moving out. And Rotary being an organization for the people, by the people, and always for the people. So we would like to, I think Anubha would be interested as women in chair would take this forward and do something in our district also, so that where our women Rotarians can participate and make each one empowered, and also give the opportunity to the ladies to get more information, because we are educated a lot. Yes, when you're telling me few of them I knew, few of them I don't know. Yes, the recent one which has come is the code of wages is very, very appreciative. I hope it is applicable as soon as possible, because all the home makers or the homepreneurs, they will be very, very happy. And also somewhere down the line, I have been working so much, and as our president told, that we have added around close to 400 women this year. This is first time that all women have come out. They have understood what Rotary is doing and what safety measures are there, how inclusive the culture is. So I think when we have 1,000 and odd women, 1,100 women with us, I think each one can bring the difference over here. So I would just like you to just have a look at whatever I feel, maybe your suggestions on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi ji. So wonderfully you have shared your Man Ki Baat or your views. I believe when everyone comes together, Vijay ma'am, to support women's rights, we women can be much stronger, will certainly enjoy the same privileges like men, and stand on the same ladder as our male counterparts.
Correct.
So now it's an open session. So if anyone wants to raise any or ask any question with the speaker, then they are free to.
Yeah, I have a question. When you mentioned about fast track courts, all these cases whichever come, there are certain cases which really don't get that value of whatever is the justice required. It really takes so long. So what happens at that time? How do we, I mean, ensure those people don't lose faith in the justice of the land?
Yes, definitely, ma'am. Because sometimes, we don't know what is the actual procedure which is going on in the courts. maybe lack of evidence, maybe lack of some statements which is really required for solving the cases. Because one of the real example in front of me, when in the judge who was sitting over there in the fast track court, but lack of evidence, due to this particular lack of evidence, he was not able to pronounce the judgment.
Correct.
So we don't know what kind of problem actually they are facing in the courts. Otherwise, why they will, take much time for solving the case?
Because some cases, especially
Yes,
divorce case
maybe.
or be it a settlement case or be it a property case, तो वर्षों से it keeps on going, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
it so happens that somebody may have started a case when they are 30. It ends up when it is 50.
No,
So
this
it
is not so.
really, yeah.
This is not so. This is not so. If
Okay.
it is a civil case, it
Okay.
is related to property case, madam, you wouldn't believe, definitely there are some missing in the documents,
Okay.
as court is not able to say anything, and continuously court is demanding for the accurate paper so that court can at least able to say something on the particular point.
Okay.
This is the actual reason.
Yeah.
I have seen number of cases, but होता क्या है, जो सामने वाला है, he don't know about the process of the court, he don't know about the proceedings of the court, तो वो क्या कहेगा बाहर जाके, हमारी बात ही नहीं सुनते हैं.
Correct.
अरे भाई, आपकी बात क्या है, आप ये तो देखिए, what is the actual problem?
So come with proper proof and evidence, you will get justice
Actually,
immediately.
madam,
Yes, yes.
actually.
Yeah, thank you so much.
जैसे
Actually.
मैंने आपको बताया कि मेरे ही बच्चे थाने में जाके उन्होंने कह दिया कि अगर 24 घंटे में रिपोर्ट नहीं कराई तो हम रिपोर्ट नहीं देते. मेरे बच्चों ने तुरंत उसके कपड़ों की रिकवरी करवा दी.
Correct, correct.
Are you getting my point?
Yes,
If you have proper evidences, if you have proper proof, nobody can stop you. Nobody can.
That's so nice to know. Your family also is involved in this. Very nice.
Yeah. Anybody else want to ask anything?
I just want to say wonderful session, and I really believe there is a lot of strength in women, and women can do anything. If women is positive, then everywhere around the environment is positive.
Yes, very true.
And one thing, madam, one thing, एक चीज और मैं कहना चाहूंगी, जिस तरह से एक पुरुष अपनी सफलता के पीछे एक महिला को बताता है, मेरे ख्याल से हर महिला को अपने पीछे खड़े हुए हर पुरुष का सम्मान करना चाहिए.
Yeah.
फिर चाहे वो उसके पिता हो,
Correct.
चाहे वो उसका पति हो, भाई हो या उसका बेटा हो.
Yes.
Wonderful.
और मैं आफ्टर मैरिज के बाद मैंने मेरा एमटेक कंप्लीट किया है मैम. मेरे पीछे मेरा हस्बैंड है, इसीलिए मैं इतना सब कर पाई. And now I'm a professional woman, and I'm dealing with the industries, going 10 days out of station, and he is completely trusting and handling everything. Same as for my son, he is a mother. I am also mother. He is also mother.
Wow,
Very
wonderful.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, I must say it was indeed an inspiring and insightful session.
Yes.
Now I want to call up President Paresh Master Sir for closing remarks.
Thank you, Anubha. I fully echo your last comment. It was a wonderful, inspiring session. I think in terms of the coverage, Professor Vijaylaxmi ji did just a phenomenal job, and such a wide ranging of legal remedies are available in the Constitution. And it was many of the areas were really insightful in terms of everyone to know about women's rights in our Constitution. So wonderful session. From my side, just a couple of points I want to make. One is, I was, as the talk was going on and professor was going through various laws, and I just opened my WhatsApp group of Rotary Bangalore Southwest, and just want to let all of you know that what you see on my screen is basically in Rotary Bangalore Southwest, we have a internal complaints committee under POSH, which is Prevention of Sexual Harassment.
Sir,
So-
now this is only internal committee.
Yeah,
After 2016,
yeah,
there was an amendment And in this amendment, now this is internal committee instead of internal complaint committee.
Right, right.
Sorry for interrupt. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, thank you for that insight. So just wanted to highlight that we have a policy of zero tolerance
Yes.
in Rotary Bangalore Southwest, and I'm sure largely within the RI district of 3190. I personally have spent more than 3 decades in corporate, and by the time I took retirement, I was on the core committee for a workforce of almost 7,000 plus employees. And we, within a span of, about a decade or so, from an initial incidence rate of about 3 to 5 per year, we brought it down to 0 incidents in the last 5 years of my being on the core committee. So just wanted to share that with you, but that's just a limited aspect of the law and what one could do. I also want to just bring to your notice that you mentioned that the whole life cycle from exploitation to empowerment, and just want to share with you that in Rotary Bangalore Southwest particularly, and largely in Rotary, we are committed to really address issues, the women who are at exploitation or protection stage, to really move them into a social status and empowerment state. So just to highlight some of the initiatives like maternal and child development, we provide a lot of healthcare project support financially and otherwise to these particular people. We have very interesting programs in the women, rural women entrepreneurship,
Okay.
where we actually support rural women. We provide all financial assistance, infrastructure, training, even marketing advantage and the distribution advantage, and train them to produce, for example, agri community to produce their own crop, market it, and plow back the social standard. That is just to mention one of the projects, but there are many such projects which we undertake in Rotary, primarily aimed at giving a social status and empowerment to both rural and urban women folks. So just thought I will add to this wonderful expressions, wonderful evening, whatever has been talked about, whatever queries have been raised and answered. It has been such an enriching experience. That's my remark, Anubha ji. We can move over to word of thanks now.
Yes, sir. Now I'd like to invite our dynamic women Rotarian, Smita Karviji, to propose vote of thanks. Smita ji.
Good evening, Namaskar. My privilege and honor in proposing the vote of thanks on this occasion of discussion on awareness on legal rights of women and child welfare. On behalf of Women Empowerment Committee of Rotary Bangalore Southwest, President Paresh Masters and team, ANS, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude and thank our distinguished speaker for the day, Dr. Vijaylaxmi Sharma ji, Director and Head of Department of School of Law, Jaipur, who very graciously consented to participate in today's discussion. Thank you, Vijaylaxmi ji, for sharing your valuable insights on laws and policies of every woman to live free of violence and with equality. Vijaylaxmi ji, आपने अपना बहुमूल्य समय तो दिया ही, उसके साथ हम सब के मन में जो शंकाएं थी उनका भी समाधान किया. उसके लिए मैं आपका तहे दिल से आभार मानना चाहूंगी.
Thank you.
I would like to thank Director of Women in Rotary District 3190 and immediate past president from Bangalore Heritage, Rotarian Rashmi Tangsali. Our Innerville District 3190, ISO, and Srimati Masters, Innerville Southwest President Anita Pobatti, Innerville Southwest Treasurer and Vasudha Rande, and all my Innerville friends. My sincere thanks to Mrs. Sheetal Jadhav, Assistant Professor, Hindi Department, St. Mira's College, Pune, and all the students who enthusiastically joined the session. I thank Rotary members from District 3054, Rajasthan and Gujarat too, for joining us today. Thank you all for joining this interesting session, wherein I'm sure all of your doubts have been cleared. Vijaylaxmi ji, हमारी सारी उलझनों को दूर करने के लिए आपका बहुत-बहुत धन्यवाद.
Thank you.
A special word of thanks to Rotarian Anubha Jain, Chairwoman Empowerment Rotary Bangalore Southwest, for conducting an insightful discussion and making it a memorable one.
Thank you.
So, as very well said by Michelle Obama, there is no limit to what we as women can accomplish. Well, awareness on legal rights of women, women who are special, powerful, unique, and who dare to dream big. Ever since they were little girls in the need of today, there is a need to message across the right of every woman to live free of violence and with equality. As the theme for 2021 goes, choose to challenge, we need to be positive, confident, bring people together and step up to be heard with feminine energy. And in this time of pandemic, we have to be different. Take the opportunity, as you said, ma'am, to develop a new version of ourselves, a bigger identity for what we are. Once again, wishing all a very happy Women's Day. Thank you. Over
Thank
to
you.
President Paresh.
Thank you,
so much.
everyone. Happy Women's Day to all. Good night.
Happy Women's Day.
Happy Women's
Happy
Day
Women's
to
Day.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Women's Day.
Yeah, it was a wonderful kickoff, Anuba, for a
Thank
wonderful
you.
Happy Women's Day, International
Same to
Women's
you.
Day.
Same to you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Good night, President.
Thank you. I will be just sharing my screen for national anthem. We will all stand up for national anthem, and thereafter I will be formally adjourning the meeting. Please bear with me for a moment before I put the national anthem.
Vijaylaxmi ma'am, we want to attend your session again and again.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
You are always welcome.
Yes, let us all stand up for national anthem. We'll play in a minute.
हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. I am happy to adjourn the meeting now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.